Right now at 5, millions of dollars are fueling an ecosystem improvement project on the Mississippi River.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Break ground this summer. News 8 Now's Emily Haugen joins us live in studio to explain how the project came together and how it's going to help. Emily?
Ken, living along the Mississippi, we are no stranger to its highs and lows. This project hopes to keep it healthy at every level for generations to come. Lake Pepin is a lake that's formed within the Mississippi River. The Lake Pepin Legacy Alliance has been working for years to figure out ways to preserve it. Nearly a decade later, thanks to funding from communities, the state, and the federal government, a new solution is happening now. The Army Corps of Engineers will relocate river sand to different areas to improve its habitat.
This is an opportunity to get both benefits, to improve navigation and to use the sand we remove to support the navigation mission to improve the ecosystem health.
So this is a $27 million project. Funding came from communities like Bay City, the state of Wisconsin, and ultimately the federal government. Multiple speakers said today this is a great example of what people can get done when they work toward a common goal. Ken?
All right, thanks very much, Emily. And the Army Corps of Engineers will start work on that project in the summer. Swenson told News 8 Now that in just over 3 years, we could see reinforced islands and habitats forming in those areas. Well, another hot one out in the Coulee region today. Let's head over to Bill with the latest.
Yeah, right around 80 degrees, the high here in La Crosse. And if you didn't see 80, you were pretty darn close. But did you notice the sky? First of all, check those numbers, 79 in Eau Claire and Winona. Again, I can update that 79 in La Crosse to an 80, and 83 was the high in Bosquebel. But wanted to show you a City Chem 8 time lapse. Now, this is at 7 o'clock this morning. Pretty nice blue sky, but watch as we go through time here. By lunchtime, that blue has turned to kind of a hazy gray and then even kind of a yellowish tint to it at times around 1:30. What you're seeing there is wildfire smoke at about 10,000 feet up, and that has drifted south out of Canada from some wildfires up there, and that was the reason for kind of that hazy look outside for the better part of the day. In fact, here's a live look, still a hazy sky as we look off to the west. Might make for some interesting colors for that sunset, or at least an interesting scene in the western sky with that hazy condition caused by the smoke. Otherwise, cloud-wise, very little bit in the way of cloud cover, and in terms of any rainfall, the front is kind of coming through moisture starved. Now, current temperatures between about 75 and 80 degrees for most spots. Warm and hazy this evening, clear overnight. 40s for most, including 47. Might see some mid to upper 30s for lows again in some of our traditional colder counties to the east. We'll talk more about that as well as your 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Bill. Well, President Biden held a second meeting this afternoon with leaders of Congress about the debt ceiling. Time is running short and the two sides are still far apart. But as Nicole D'Antonio reports, spirits were higher about the possibility of reaching a deal after today's meeting.
We're having a wonderful time.
President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris sat down with congressional leaders at the White House to try to hash out differences on the debt limit.
It is possible to get a deal by the end of the week. It's not that difficult to get to an agreement.
The leaders are honing in on possible areas of agreement, including rescinding unspent COVID relief money and areas where there's a wider gap, like beefing up work requirements for government aid recipients and student debt relief.
It was a good and productive meeting. Everyone agreed that default would be the worst outcome, a horrible situation for America and America's families.
A group of demonstrators protested the risk of a default outside of congressional offices.
In a letter, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told lawmakers the U.S. could run out of cash as early as June 1st. Both sides say they want an agreement before the deadline.
Why are they waiting till the midnight hour? Why is the president's known about this date too?
There are warnings that defaulting on federal debt will lead to an economic meltdown.
The only group of people in Washington threatening a default are House Republicans.
The clock is ticking on this showdown. President Biden leaves for Japan Wednesday, but CBS News has learned he's cutting the rest of his international trip short because of the looming deadline. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, the White House.
House Speaker McCarthy said after the meeting, President Biden has picked 2 people from his administration to directly negotiate with Republicans. In the meantime, a Minnesota senator is joining a group of other Democrats calling for an expansion of the Supreme Court. Today, Senator Tina Smith joined other Dems introducing a bill that would add 4 seats to the highest court in the land. If passed, the court in the country would have 13 justices instead of the current 9.
This is common sense, and it exercises the power the Constitution gives to Congress to set the number of Supreme Court justices. By expanding the court, we can restore balance to the court, repair the damage done by these extreme right-wing partisan groups that do not represent the citizens of this country, and we can protect our democracy.
Adding seats to the Supreme Court is a controversial proposal and will likely be met with opposition. This isn't the first call for expansion. A group of Democratic lawmakers called for 4 additional justices last summer after the reversal of Roe v. Wade. The Wisconsin Supreme Court has ruled that a constitutional amendment known as Marsy's Law was properly worded on a statewide ballot referendum in April of 2020. A group sued after the vote saying the amendment wasn't fully described on ballots. The court ruled 6-1 today, a majority saying the wording was proper. In the majority opinion, Justice Brian Hagedorn said the amendment adoption process detailed in the Constitution doesn't require ballot descriptions to explain every element. Starting pay for Wisconsin public defenders could see an increase. Following a new Republican proposal, public defenders in the state could be making $36 an hour, or roughly $75,000 a year, in comparison to the $57,000 a year they currently make. The proposal comes as the Public Defender's Office and district attorneys have yet to hire more attorneys to keep up with the amount of cases flooding in. Governor Tony Evers has yet to respond to the proposal by Republicans. After giving back to the community is helping give back to Wafer Food Pantry. Now, last fall, the La Crosse Rotary Lights organized a teddy bear fundraiser where all the proceeds would go toward helping Wafer with their new building. Today, the Rotary Lights presented Wafer with a $32,450 check thanks to that fundraiser effort. The president of Rotary Lights says none of this is possible without the community support.
I mean, we've had so many of the banks and grocery stores and others that have really helped us out by selling these bears at no cost to them at any rate, but they haven't charged us for shelf space or anything like that as well, so we're very grateful.
And this year's Rotary Lights Teddy Bear Project will be benefiting the Boys and Girls Club. If you'd like to purchase a Patty the Polar Bear stuffed animal, you can call the Rotary Lights at that number on your screen. We will also be including it on a web article on news8000.com. Tomorrow, Barachos is hosting a fundraiser for the La Crosse Jail Ministry. This ministry program hires a chaplain to provide counseling and religious services to inmates at La Crosse County Jail. Barachos will give the ministry 25% of their food sales from 4 to 8 p.m. tomorrow. For more information, we'll have a link on our website. And the Good Fight is hosting its 3rd annual golf outing on June 25th, so you have to register for the outing by June 1st if you're interested. Registration going to be $60 a person and includes golf, a golf cart, lunch bar, and more. There will also be a raffle and silent auction to help support area youth. For more information, just head to our website. Mental health experts have some early benchmarks you can set if you find yourself struggling these days. We'll be right back.
Get 11% off everything now at Menards. We carry a great selection of products for controlling insects in your yard. Triazicide Insect Killer is a fast-acting formula that kills more than 100 types of insects. Right now, only $6.49 after rebate. Mazina's Animal Stopper is a liquid repellent that prevents animals from damaging your garden. Get a 32-ounce ready-to-use bottle for $7.99 after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Welcome to Wesco. Welcome to huge selection and savings. What says spring like free flowers? All month long, save up to 20% off store-wide. Plus, as a thank you, get $50 worth of free flowers from Sparta Floral when you spend $499 or more. Buy a sofa, get free flowers. Buy a fridge, get free flowers. Buy some flooring, get free flowers. While you're picking up your free flowers, buy some more flowers. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup is always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Sinking driveway, settling patio, collapsing stoop, uneven pool deck. It's a fact. Concrete problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Waterworks.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for Auto Show, where you can experience new Ford SUVs firsthand. Then head to your Northland Ford dealers for exclusive offers like 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. It's showtime. Hurry in today. Now for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 36 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on select Ford SUVs. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Get 4 Arby's Classic Roast Beef Sandwiches for just $10. That's one for now, one after that, one to celebrate the first 2, and one more because that's how many 4 is. Arby's, we have the meat.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
May is recognized as National Mental Health Awareness Month. Our own Dua Israr spoke to an expert who says healthy habits begin with small steps. Dua?
Ken, mental health expert Michael Sersch says mental health issues increased during the pandemic. Heightened anxiety, loneliness, and stress took a toll on people's well-being. 3 years later, some people are still struggling. Sersch says there are small changes people can make. One of those is to limit social media intake. Set a timer for certain apps. Another can be limiting your alcohol intake. Sersch says take part in sober samples. For example, give up alcohol for a week, a month, or even 2.
Most of the time people say, I feel so much better and I've got more money and I didn't wake up hungover in the morning. It tends to be very life-altering in a positive way.
One of the best ways to improve your mental health is by exercising. Sersch says spend a few moments every day outside. Sersch says asking for help isn't something to be ashamed of. In fact, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, a report says more Americans sought out mental health treatment in 2022 than they did in 2019. Ken?
All right, Dua, thanks very much. And a reminder, if you or someone you know is struggling, you can always contact the National Mental Health Crisis Hotline at 988. Coming up, lawmakers at the nation's capital are scrambling to set some boundaries as artificial intelligence continues to emerge and evolve.
And I'm Chief Meteorologist Bill Grahl. We reached 80 degrees out at the La Crosse Airport for the 4th time this month of May. Will we see 80 degrees over the next week or so? I'll have your answer with my 8-day forecast up next.
It's finally time to enjoy your backyard. Is your deck ready? At River Valley Remodelers, we'll help you pick out and install exactly what you're looking for. Our Moisture Shield deck not only looks great, but comes with a 50-year fade, stain, and structural warranty. The Cool Deck technology is 18 degrees cooler than any other composite decking. Contact us today for $500 off your new deck. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community. For every deck installed, we'll donate $500 to St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Hi, have you seen that realtor with all those billboards?
Hold my beer.
What?
Get local, award-winning injury lawyers. Get Nicolay.
Every piece of land has a story written by those who work it. Like the Caggianos, who are brewing their own legacy. Or the Upshaws, who DIY all the time. While the Nelsons play lead in their own adventure, 150 years in the making. There's a story in every piece of land. Run with us and start telling yours.
Talk to the John Deere experts at Tractor Central to find out which equipment is just right for your property. Start now at TractorCentral.com.
This is how legends are.
2024 Chevy Silverado HD with Duramax diesel. And the Chevy Silverado with powerful TurboMax engine. No matter what route you take, there's a Chevy truck to get you there. find new roads. Get 1.9% financing on all 2023 Silverado 1500 LT TurboMax pickups. Plus, current Chevy owners get a $4,000 total cash allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit hometownchevy.com.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com. The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
Lawmakers are wrestling with artificial intelligence, grilling executives today on its safety as they try to come up with some sort of regulatory policy. As CBS's Skylar Henry reports, senators want to get out in front of this emerging technology and avoid the kind of mistakes they made when social media was introduced.
We have seen what happens when technology outpaces regulation.
After fake opening remarks, senators got very real about artificial intelligence.
The audio was an AI voice cloning software trained on my floor speeches. The remarks were written by ChatGPT.
Senators asked experts how Americans can trust this far-reaching technology.
There are benefits, but we don't yet know whether they will outweigh the risks.
If we don't step in, then this gets away from you.
Among the biggest concerns, job loss.
GPT-4 will, I think, entirely automate away some jobs, and it will create new ones that we believe will be much better.
Prepare the workforce of today and the workforce of tomorrow for partnering with AI technologies.
While the technology is still in its infancy, lawmakers explored the possibility that one day AI will know us better than we know ourselves.
Can't we foresee an AI system that is extraordinarily good at determining what will grab human attention and what will keep an individual's attention?
Senator Dick Durbin remarked it's a rare day when companies come to Capitol Hill asking for regulation.
What I'm hearing instead today is that stop me before I innovate again.
Lawmakers say they're committed to creating guardrails to prevent the spread of misinformation, preserve election integrity, and protect privacy. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar expressed concern for local news and for the theft of its content. One expert testified that bot-generated websites are already delivering unreliable content. Closer to home now, Prairie du Chien officials have set a date for community cleanup for people affected by the Mississippi River flooding. The cleanup will happen on Wednesday starting around 9:30 in the morning. PDC high school students and staff, volunteers, and city and county employees will be on hand to help those who have called 211 for help. If you need help cleaning up and want to get on the list, be sure to call 211 so officials can get you on that list. Some areas in La Crosse are opening back up as the Mississippi River recedes. 7th Street Boat Launch Facility is now open and the Grand Crossing Trail is back open. To the north of that, Pettibone Park is still closed and the East Copeland Boat Launch is closed as well. Willow Trails also remain closed. But temperature-wise, we have seen a steady warm-up since we had that Sunday cool down. Let's head over to Bill with the latest.
Yeah, right around 80 degrees here in La Crosse today, but we're going to drop about 10 degrees from that tomorrow, so a little bit cooler heading into our Wednesday. Allergy report, nothing has changed from 24 hours ago. Low symptoms both days for birch pollen, high symptoms for oak pollen and for tree pollen in general. Again, that hazy sky thanks to wildfire smoke that has filtered southward out of Canada, and that's why it was kind of a grayish yellowish color at times today instead of our nice blue sky that we're accustomed to when we have a clear sky, or at least a mostly clear sky. 80 degrees the high though, and that is 8 degrees above our average high. 51 was the low this morning. That's pretty much right on track. 90 and 31 are the records for today. 79 degrees with that hazy sunshine. Temperature here at the station 80 degrees. Winds out of the northwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour, and the Mississippi continues its gradual drop down to 9.79 feet. Some haze up for you folks in Eau Claire as well, where your temperature is at, 79 degrees. All right, maybe you've got some smoke in the lungs, although most of that smoke is about 10,000 feet up, and you can see the lack of cloud cover, but I want to show you what we call the visible satellite. So this is going to look a little different to you, but see kind of that milky haze just kind of sinking south and southwestward across the region. That's the smoke at about 10,000 feet up with some scattered, well, thank you. Look at this. How about that? Ken to the rescue. Some hot tea.
Hey, no problem. That's what we do here at News 8.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, clear the haze or the pollen or whatever else is in my throat. Who knows, right? But that haze continues to drift to the south, that smoke, in advance of this cold front. Now, this cold front is pushing some warmer air ahead of it and some much cooler air behind it. In fact, our temperature is right around 80 degrees or 79 here in La Crosse, but Milwaukee, just off your map here, at 55 degrees, 63 in Green Bay, 68 in Oshkosh. So that cooler air will try to back its way in from the east overnight tonight, and you can kind of see where that boundary sits right about here. It's cooler to the east with those winds coming from the east, and then for the rest of us, winds out of the north and northwest around 5 to 15 miles per hour. So check out the forecast for tonight. 40s for most, but I want to draw your attention to our eastern communities once again. 39 in Hillsborough, lots of mid to upper 30s in Monroe and Jackson counties once again. Clark County also 38 in Stanley, low to mid 40s for Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. So that front looks like it's going to come through dry. Maybe a few spits and sprinkles in central and eastern parts of the state, but the air is just too dry to really support anything of significance. And then tomorrow, a sunny to partly cloudy sky. Of more significance, this cold front that's going to track into the region on Thursday, eventually bring a chance for some scattered showers and thunderstorms as we head into Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. So for tonight, warm and hazy this evening, clear and cool overnight, 40s for most, but again, some of those 30s in our eastern counties. Sunny to partly cloudy tomorrow, cooler, upper 60s to low 70s, right around 71 here in La Crosse. And then mild on Thursday, 76 with that chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. Cooler and breezy Friday, highs only in the 60s, small chance for a shower. The weekend still looking good, pleasant, low to mid 70s, and it looks like we'll stay in the 70s into next week. Some slight rain chances return around Tuesday and or Wednesday.
All right.
Not sure what was going on there, but thank you, sir.
Absolutely. What we do here at News 8 Now, we're looking out for each other.
That's right.
Thanks, Bill. When we come back, sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. I know. I'm not going to sing it, though. One set piece, though, could make that a reality in your very own home.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
Trust the auto experts at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. You know us for tires and batteries, trust and care, offering unbeatable deals on name brand automotive supplies and service. Like all Cooper or Goodyear tires, buy 3, get 1 free. $3 off these Blaine's brand vehicle batteries after sale and exchange. Save $200 on this Milwaukee Impact Wrench and Grease Gun Kit. Plus, rewards members get 5-quart jugs of Citgo SuperGuard motor oil for just $19.99 after rebate. Tires and batteries, trust and care. A Blaine's Farm and Fleet promise since 1955.
Ollie, when are you going to get that new patio furniture you promised me? You going to go through the entire summer with no cookout? You're supposed to be such a grill master.
Maybe tomorrow.
You know what would be nice? One of those fire tables when we sit outside in the evening?
That'd be nice.
Have you been listening to a word I've said?
Get ready for summer now. Come in and see the great selection of patio furniture, grills, and fire tables at American Home Fireplace and Patio, West Salem.
It's time to go tankless with a new Bradford White Infinity tankless water heater from Maxwell White. Upgrading to a tankless system allows you to have unlimited hot water whenever you need it, no matter when you last used it. Hot water is an integral part of everyone's life, so let the experts at Maxwell White help you choose the best water heating solution for you and your family. Trust the company that's been keeping La Crosse and the surrounding areas comfortable since 1994. Upgrade to a tankless today and never be left without hot water again. Rely on Maxwell White, plumbing done right.
The GMC Sierra with hands-free driving. Yeah, it rocks. Step up to GMC with 0.9% APR and no monthly payments for 90 days on Sierra Light Duty models.
Visit your Best Choice GMC dealer today.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
Well, summer is right around the corner, and nothing says summer quite like barbecue. And today is National Barbecue Day. Barbecue can refer to the way the meat is cooked, as well as the cooking method that's used, or it can be a social occasion. In the U.S., barbecued meat is thought to have originated in North Carolina. Whether you like ribs, brisket, or some pulled pork, be sure to treat yourself and enjoy some today. Looks good. It is the perfect day to gather your friends and family, set up that backyard, and get to grilling. And talk about an iconic piece of TV history. The bar from the hit show Cheers is up for auction. The bar is broken into 3 sections. It includes the brass railing, the burgundy leatherette bar stools, and the back bar unit. It also contains some famous autographs from several of the cast members who carved their names into the wood. So cool. The auction for the Cheers bar is part of a larger sale of TV memorabilia. And Bill's going to have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
When Derek Van Orden wanted your vote, he signed the U.S. Term Limits Pledge. But now, Congressman Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block? Call American Water Works. Leaning or bowing basement walls? Call American Water Works. Sticking windows or doors? Call American Water Works. Settling or sinking foundation? That's right. Call American Water Works. It's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call American Water Works. Call American Water Works today.
In America, every day can be an adventure. That's why we created the Ford Explorer, an SUV for adventures big and small. It's designed to see what you can't with an available 360-degree camera and voice-activated Sync 3 to stay connected. Plus, it's the all-time best-selling SUV in America. Be adventure ready with Ford Explorer. Now, get a new 2023 Ford Explorer XLT with 0% financing for 36 months, plus $2,000 low APR cash, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Introducing the StarMark Composite Window, now available exclusively at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions. With its solid frame construction, this revolutionary window is 2,000% more airtight, 40% more energy efficient, and 12 times stronger than the average vinyl window.
And at a price less than what many companies charge for lower quality vinyl windows. Call now to save 50% off installation.
Ready, get set, grill.
It's that time again. Carl's Grilling Expo is coming up on Saturday, May 20th. The grilling pros will demo the new grills and answer all of your grilling questions. We'll have specials on all brands, plus save up to 40% on select grills and accessories.
You've got to see these new flat top grills.
I think we made a sale. We'll see you on Saturday, May 20th at 11 a.m. at Carl's Grilling Expo.
Carl's are servicing dealers since 1956.
Diapers in politicians must be changed often, and for the same reason. And already something stinks about Derek Van Orden. Now politician Van Orden is breaking his U.S. Term Limits Pledge. Term Limits Action is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Well, if you can deal with the smoky haze, a nice evening to be out and about. Temperatures in the upper 70s to around 80 degrees. And again, the smoke sits about 10,000 feet up there, so you're not really going to smell it or feel it in your lungs or nasal passages. Otherwise, clear and cool overnight. Lows in the 40s for most. Some 30s, though, to the east. Will be around 47 in La Crosse. Cooler tomorrow, but not too bad, 71. A chance for some afternoon showers and thunderstorms Thursday, 76, and then cooler Friday. Highs only in the 60s, but the weekend is looking pretty good right now.
Looking real good. All right. Thanks a lot, Bill. And thanks for joining us tonight at 5. We will see you back at 6.